All right, after almost 2 months of working on her pretty much every weekend, she's finished. This is Anishinaabe Kwe. I just finished her up this evening. It is 2 a.m. local time here in BC, and she's done. Forgive me for the glare. I gotta figure out how to work that, but essentially this is what she looks like now that she's all colored up. The way this story would read is that up in the top corner here you have the sun, and that's the sun rising on the fourth day when humans were created, and this is Anishinaabe Kwe being lowered from the good light, and she's placed gently upon the earth. You can see her feet down here just barely touching or hardly touching at all the land or the earth. Goes back to our original instructions of Bimadzid, or to walk gently upon the earth. And over here we have the elemental beings who were there when she arrived. This is the Wabano Kwe, or the spirit of the east wind. She brings knowledge and light, warmth. And these two ladies here sort of share the same face. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but you're looking at on this side. You're looking at the spirit of the north wind, and she's looking downward. Her eyes are looking downward. She's got the one eye here, and she's wearing this cloak. You can see the cloak, and she's bringing it as a gift for Anishinaabe Kwe. And also is the south wind, and the south wind is here. You can see her forehead, her eye, and her hair up here. And she's also wearing a cloak, this black butterfly type of cloak. And she's also presenting that to Anishinaabe Kwe. It looks like one is whispering to the other. The south wind is whispering to the north wind. Down below, you have the twin of the south wind. Where is she? Here she is. Her twin is down here, and he's providing the support for Anishinaabe Kwe. He's got these, here he is. He's got these strong arms. Over here, he's got the strong legs, and he's doing what he can to provide support for her. So that's, I guess, the lesson for Indigenous men, to be providing support, the necessary support for our women. As we move along, each of these panels has a different story. Here we've got a couple of guys. They look like they're migodzijik. They're fighting, or they're arguing. I think they're competing for her. There's this guy here in his beautiful silver, icy blue hair style. He's her brother, or sorry, not her brother, her husband, and he's competing with this guy here. This guy's the west wind, and this guy's the north wind, but this guy's the west wind, and the two of them aren't getting along. They're looking at each other, and they look kind of angry with each other. Again, they're both bringing regalia to clothe Anishinaabe Kwe. Lots of little symbolism things in here, but that'll be for another video perhaps. And as we go around, you can see that a lot of work has been done in the past 2 months. The pins, the copper pins, initially they were just straight pegs like this, and nothing else was done. So I've taken them and I've turned them and shaped them so that they hold the frame together. This is called her cradle. This is Anishinaabe Kwe's cradle. The south wind down here, that's her foot. This is her headpiece, or headboard, and up here is her crown. All across the top, that's her crown. So several pieces. Wait, let me go back around this way. This is her. This is supposed to be like tails of an eagle feather. Sorry, it's late. This is supposed to be the tail feathers of an eagle. You can see there are 7 feathers in this particular set. Anyway, going back, this is the signature section. I have my clan here, represented by the constellation known as the Big Dipper, which is the Chimokwa, and down here is my signature along this side. Remember, these are the South Wind's strong arms, and you can see all the copper that I've collected and bent into shape and used to connect Anishinaabe Kwe, put all the pieces together here. So it's precarious, or it's fragile. In this corner up here, when she arrived, not long after she arrived, this guy showed up. This is the Thunderbird, Animkibereshi. And this here, this is the moment of creation when Creator sent out her thoughts, right? She sent out her thoughts, and poof, everything lit up within a short time. Everything that we know came into existence. As we're going back around the backside, this is another interpretation of descent, and it's a descent as in a fall from grace. And here she is. This is Anishinaabe Kwe today. This is what she looks like as a result of the influence of Western religions, in particular the Indian residential school system in Canada, and how it basically crucified her. And she currently occupies this position in our modern society. Over here we have the barbed wire barrier that prevents her from leaving. We have the crow over here, or the raven, standing by watching as all these things are going on. The thunderbird is replaced by a vulture. Here we have a priest with blood on his head, and he's got his hand over the mouth of a child, and in his other hand he's holding a blade, using violence to keep silence. And it also represents the loss of language. As we move further over, we see Anishinaabe Kwe, her cloak shredded, her trail of tears as opposed to tears. Dress is shredded. The connection, she's disconnected from the earth here, and her reproduction has gone the way of the buffalo, I guess, in this instance. As we move across, this is down here. You've got the fist at the bottom, pounding religion into indigenous people, and from that comes this guy here. His name is What the Fuck Jesus, and the reason why he's called What the Fuck Jesus is because Jesus is looking at all of his followers and saying, how can you do this? How can you do this? How can you do this in my name? Right? If you had somebody doing this in your name, you would probably stand there, put your arms out and say, what the fuck? Right? You would definitely be asking that question. These other blood cells and things like that represent all the different diseases that were brought in. There's an outline of a bit of a skull there, and then the wings of the buzzard. It's written, and she is asking us why, right? Why? Repeatedly asking why are all these things happening? So She's come a long way since June 22nd, since I last posted a video. She's complete. It's just the minor details about traveling now and making arrangements, but here she is. Here she is. She's beautiful. She's the Descent of Anishinaabe Kwe. And thanks so much for tuning in.